Imagine this. What if I told you that everything you know about time is a lie? That the past, present, and future aren't straight lines, but part of an endless cycle in which we're trapped, reliving the same moments without realizing it. And what if the choices you think you're making now were set in motion long ago by a version of you that hasn't even lived yet? Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But what if I told you that today, science is beginning to hint in this very direction? Get ready, because we're about to dive into a theory so unsettling it could completely change the way you see reality. Prepare yourself, because after this, you may never see time the same way again. With each passing minute, we'll reveal how one of the greatest physicists in history believed time is an illusion, that we're caught in a cosmic loop where our thoughts and actions shape everything, including the past. But before we move forward, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Awaken Souls so you won't miss a thing. And remember to share with those who need to see beyond the illusion. Are you ready to explore how science and spirituality converge to question the very nature of existence? Hold tight, because what comes next could change your life. Imagine, just for a moment, that the universe around you doesn't exist in a fixed way until you observe it. This idea lies at the heart of the participatory universe theory proposed by physicist John Wheeler, who believed reality, including time, is actively shaped by human consciousness. In other words, we don't just live in the universe. In some way, the universe lives within us. What we think, feel, and perceive can directly influence events around us, bending and reshaping the very fabric of existence. In this view, time isn't a straight line but a flexible flow that responds to our intentions and perceptions. Nothing is solid or unchangeable until we choose to make it real with our attention and awareness. And if this is true, the implications go far beyond what we can imagine. Our present decisions might influence the past, just as future moments might be shaping the choices we make right now, without us even realizing it. Each observation, each thought, could be a crucial part in creating existence itself. If we're indeed helping to sustain time and reality, could we have the power to change them? And could we even escape this cycle just by shifting our perception? Brace yourself, because next we'll dive deep into how phenomena like déjà vu and precognitive dreams might be the first clues that we're living in a time loop. Have you ever felt that strange sensation of déjà vu, as if you're reliving an exact moment, even though you know it's new? Or perhaps you've had a dream so vivid that it later came true with eerily precise details. These phenomena might be more than simple coincidences or memory glitches. According to John Wheeler's time loop theory, these experiences are subtle breaks in the illusion of linear time, moments when the mind glimpses a repetition of events unfolding endlessly. Déjà vu, in this sense, could be a brief touch with the cyclical truth of time, as if our consciousness brushes against the edge of the loop and recognizes we've been there before, even if we don't know how or why. Precognitive dreams. Instances when people dream about future events that then unfold with astonishing accuracy, challenge conventional ideas about time. While mainstream science may call these incidents coincidence or memory errors, time loop theory suggests there's clear evidence that past, present, and future coexist simultaneously. Future moments may leak into the present, appearing as dreams, as if our consciousness has access to parts of the cycle we haven't yet lived, but that are happening in some form. These phenomena not only question the nature of time, but also the role of consciousness within it. If our minds can access these repeated or future events, could we be living the same life in an endless cycle? And if so, are our choices truly ours? Or are we merely following a script written long ago? Now, let's explore how quantum physics and scientific experiments are beginning to reveal more evidence that time and consciousness are intricately intertwined, challenging our ideas of cause and effect. Quantum mechanics, with its paradoxes and counterintuitive phenomena, seems to be the key that unlocks the true nature of time and reality. One of the most intriguing experiments in this area is the delayed choice experiment proposed by John Wheeler. It demonstrates that human observation doesn't just influence subatomic particles. This influence can occur even after an event has happened. This means that a choice made in the present could alter the past, suggesting that time is constantly reshaping itself according to our consciousness. This experiment shatters the notion of a fixed timeline, implying that the future, present, and past are in constant dialogue, rewriting each other in an endless loop. Another fascinating quantum phenomenon is entanglement, where two particles, regardless of distance, remain instantly connected. This behavior defies the laws of time and space as we know them, hinting that time may not be a barrier to influence between events. If particles can influence each other instantly through entanglement, what does this reveal about our own reality? The theory of temporal loops suggests that, much like these particles, our actions and experiences are interconnected across time, weaving an invisible web where the past and future influence each other in ways we don't fully understand. And if time isn't linear as we imagine, what other truths about reality and consciousness are waiting to be uncovered? More importantly, how can we use this knowledge to break free from the repetitive cycle of time? Now, get ready to dive into the mysterious connection between black holes, wormholes, and the potential to escape the confines of time. Black holes are among the most astonishing anomalies in the universe, regions where gravity is so intense that even light cannot escape. But what makes these areas even more intriguing is their relationship with time. As an object approaches a black hole, time around it begins to slow down, and at the singularity, the central point where all physical laws collapse, time could theoretically stop altogether. This suggests that time isn't a universal constant, but something that can be stretched, bent, or even suspended under extreme conditions. Beyond mere scientific curiosity, these temporal distortions hint that time may be fluid and flexible, potentially providing insights into how temporal loops could work in our experience of reality. Wormholes, though still theoretical, offer an even more fascinating possibility. Imagine a tunnel connecting two distinct points in space-time, allowing you to traverse vast distances or even eras in an instant. If wormholes are real, they could serve not only as shortcuts through space, but as portals to different moments in time, making it possible to travel between past and future or even escape temporal loops. The possibility that black holes and wormholes might offer a way out of the temporal prison raises a fundamental question. Are we trapped simply because we haven't found the exit yet? Or, instead of technology, might the key to escaping the cycle lie in how we perceive and experience time? Let's now explore how ancient philosophies have long spoken of similar cycles, paving the way for a new spiritual understanding of time. Eastern philosophies, such as Hinduism and Buddhism, have for millennia described time not as a straight line, but as an endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara. In this cycle, the soul goes through repeated existences, bound by the effects of its past actions or karma. With each life, a person has the chance to awaken and learn, but until enlightenment is reached, they remain trapped in this unending movement. This concept, much like the theory of temporal loops, suggests that time as we know it isn't an external prison, but an internal condition rooted in our spiritual ignorance and our unconscious way of living. Just as samsara offers liberation through awakening, the theory of temporal loops hints that by expanding our consciousness, we might be able to break free from the cycle. Spiritual awakening in Eastern traditions is viewed as the act of seeing beyond the illusion of time to perceive the essential reality of existence. Could it be that by reaching the same level of profound perception, we might be able to escape the loop and live beyond the limitations of time? These spiritual traditions teach that the path out of the cycle lies within ourselves, and this could be the missing key to understanding the relationship between time, consciousness, and the universe. In the next section, we'll question how free will might be affected by this endless repetition. Are our choices truly our own if we are trapped in a temporal loop? The idea of free will, so central to our understanding of life, starts to break down in light of the possibility that we may be caught in a temporal loop. Neuroscientific studies have shown that our brains make decisions before we are even aware of them, suggesting that what we believe to be a free choice might actually just be a programmed response within a repetitive cycle. Our actions may be mere echoes of decisions we have made countless times before, with the illusion of novelty masking the repetition. This raises a troubling question. Are we simply following a script that repeats endlessly? If our choices are determined by a temporal loop, the concept of cause and effect itself begins to lose meaning. What if, rather than our actions shaping the future is already shaping our choices? John Wheeler proposed that consciousness could be the key to breaking this illusion. If we become aware of the cycle, might we finally be able to escape it and exercise true free will? Now, in the following section, we'll explore practical tools like meditation and lucid dreaming, which can help us recognize patterns and potentially break the cycle. If we are truly caught in a cycle of time, how can we become aware of it and find a way out? One of the most powerful tools is mindfulness meditation, which teaches us to focus on the present moment, noticing each sensation and thought without judgment. As we practice being fully present, we can become aware of repetitive patterns in our lives, cycles of emotions, decisions, and behaviors that may be signs of a larger loop. Meditation allows us to step away from the illusion of linear time, creating space for new insights and helping us become more conscious of the unseen repetitions keeping us bound. Another fascinating practice is lucid dreaming, where the dreamer becomes aware that they are dreaming and can control the events of the dream. Many who practice lucid dreaming report feeling as though they can manipulate time within the dream, speeding it up, slowing it down, or even reversing events. This suggests that if we can learn to recognize the loop in our lives in the same way we become aware in a dream, we might be able to alter the course of time and break the repetition. Lucid dreaming, then, is a powerful metaphor for expanding our perception while awake, allowing us to break free from the limitations imposed by unconscious patterns. Finally, keeping a reflective journal can be an essential tool for identifying subtle cycles in daily life. By revisiting past moments and comparing decisions and emotions, we start to notice recurring patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. This process of self-observation helps us cultivate the awareness needed to break the cycle, enabling us to make more conscious, less automatic choices. But is our individual awareness enough, or will it take a collective awakening for humanity to truly reshape how time and reality unfold? Let's explore this idea in the next segment, diving into the concept of collective consciousness and its impact on reality. If each of us influences reality through conscious observation, what might happen if all of humanity were to awaken to the same awareness simultaneously? The notion of collective consciousness suggests that our experiences aren't isolated. Instead, our minds connect as parts of a vast, shared field of perception. John Wheeler proposed that just as individual observation affects events on a quantum level, collective observation could influence the flow of time and the very fabric of reality itself. Imagine the impact if thousands or even millions of people woke up together, recognizing the repetitive patterns of existence and choosing to consciously alter their actions and intentions. In this scenario, collective consciousness would become a powerful force for transformation, potentially not only changing reality's course, but even breaking temporal cycles on a global scale. Such a shared awakening could redefine not just our relationship with time, but the purpose of existence itself. If we are all contributing to the cycle by living on autopilot, perhaps the key to breaking free lies in cultivating this collective awareness, where conscious actions accumulate and begin to reshape the very structure of reality. In the final part, let's delve into the quest for ultimate liberation from the time loop, questioning if it's truly possible to escape or if we're destined to repeat it endlessly. What we've touched on here is just a glimpse into the vast unknown, an initial view of something far greater than we fully understand. What if time isn't what we assume? What if all our choices, memories, and moments are woven together in an infinite web, moving in cycles we repeat without even realizing it? The deeper question isn't just whether we're caught in a temporal loop, but rather if the key to escape has always been within us. This is only the surface, though. There are forces, patterns, and mysteries that still await discovery. The reality we know may be only a mask, and the more we look beyond it, the deeper this illusion seems to go. Science, spirituality, dreams, and consciousness are only beginning to reveal their roles in this larger puzzle. Now the question remains, are you ready to look beyond what your eyes can see? Ready to awaken to a truth that could change everything? The journey continues, and perhaps the next revelation is closer than you think. If this journey resonated with you, and if something within you feels that this truth needs further exploration, then join us as we expand this awareness together. Like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue this transformation side by side. Every time you share this knowledge, you become part of this collective awakening, helping more people see beyond the illusions of time. Don't stop here. A special video awaits you on the screen. Click it and keep diving into this fascinating universe. Together, let's go even deeper